Hey guys, it's Ben. I do the pro se work here in Texas, and I'm having a rough morning. Um, and I think you guys might, some of you might relate to it. But so I have three kids. I have two from my first marriage, one from the second. My oldest one is 20 now, and when she turned about 16, 17, she decided that I was responsible for every hardship she had ever had, and pretty much shut down on me. And everybody said, "Oh, man, relax. She'll come back around." And and I know you hear that a lot too for you guys and moms that are experiencing alienation. And alienation is super subtle. In my case, it just involved, yep, your dad is responsible for everything. Yep, yep, yep. It's just this encouragement for me to be the fall guy. And this is for my older two. And so, anyway, she moved off to California when she graduated at 18. And that was the last time I talked to her. And I don't even have her phone number. I don't have an email. I have her Instagram. And so I look at it every day just to see what she's doing. I know if I message her on it, it'll just get, locked up and blocked, and that won't work. So I just sit on the sidelines and cheer for her by proxy. My second one, he's about to turn 17 next week, and he lives with me 100% of the time. He does not go to his mom's a couple times a year, and this is because that's what mom wants. Sounds good, right? It's awful. Let's see, I left this morning at 8:45. School started at 8:35. He refused to get out of bed. This happens 4 times a week. The school won't discipline him. I can't. There's nothing I can really take from him at this point. He won't listen to me. All of his hardships are my fault. I'm controlling, I'm manipulative, I make his life miserable. It sucks. And so I worry about him because he tells me all the time that the day he graduates, he's gone and I'll never hear from him ever again. And my friends and family go, "Man, he's just a pissed off 16-year-old. But so is his sister. And it freaks me out because he might. And anyway, and then I have my 12-year-old from his second marriage. I see him 3 or 4 times a year. That's the best I can do. Long story that I touched on many times in here, but not for today. But he hasn't answered my phone call in a little over a month. And I just text him every day and say, "I love you, kid. I'd love to talk with you." And I try and go by and throw the football with him or do whatever I can. Normally I get to see him a lot in the fall. In the fall, just because I can go to his football games once a week and get a high five on the way in the locker room. And so I worry about him, that he also will just drift further and further, and I'll never hear from him. And I'm 47 as of the filming of this video, and I hope to come back in 10 years to this and go, "Whew, it all worked out." But then this morning I was at HEB and damn near had a panic attack because I was thinking about being 67 and not talking to any of my kids. And that's some heavy shit. And so I share all this just because, I must hear 10 times a day, "You don't get it, Ben. You don't understand. My ex is worse than any ex. My judge is the worst than anybody. You don't get it, Ben. This opposing counsel is the biggest asshole, Ben. You don't understand." I get it. Look at what I do for work and what brought me to here. I get it. I've been through it. But the worst ones, the hard ones for me, are people that are experiencing what I am. That, call me in tears and have these epic meltdowns because they're, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18-year-old kids. Walk out on them. Blame them for everything. And they don't hear from them. And all I can say is, I get it. It's fucking impossible, man. And so you guys call and I catch myself saying the same thing everybody does, which is, "Oh, look, it's going to work out. They'll figure it out. They'll be back. They'll grow up a little and they'll come back." Maybe they will. Maybe they won't. I don't know. And it's rough. You know, our kids are our legacy. And to be robbed of yours is staggering. You know, what are you left with? What's your legacy? Your cool job? Some amount of money? Cool house? Whatever. It's not a hill of beans, man. We want to spit out really productive, amazing children that go off and do cool things and be proud of them and cheer for them the whole way and have these great relationships. And some of us, maybe it's you, some of us don't get that. We get robbed. So, no real point to this video other than to tell you, again, I get it. It's hard. And it makes for some long nights and rough mornings. Which I had last night and today. I think my 16-year-old came home at midnight on today's Thursday. And, you know, spit F-bombs at me on the way out the door today. I just left him at home. I can't make him go. He's taller than I am. So it's just a helpless position and feeling. And I just want you to hear that somebody else out there gets it. And it's scary. And it's hard. And I don't know what to tell you beyond that. And so, my coping is simply to look forward in my life and make plans. Mine is that I plan to live internationally soon. As soon as he graduates, actually. Which, you know, he's in his junior year. If he passes, which he won't. But, you know, when he's 18, I'm out. And I'm looking forward to that. And I hope to be making these videos from a Caribbean beach very soon. But you know, I mean, I hope to get phone calls from my kids. You know, and maybe it'll happen, maybe it won't. And maybe it happens in your situation, and maybe it doesn't. I don't know. Neither do you. But for whatever reason, this is our lot in life. And as I always cheer you guys on with is, man, this is all you get. You better make it count. And so, I hope you do. That's it. I'll start crying, so I'm going to shut up. Y'all have a great week. You can always find me at www.prosacoachtx.com. Talk to you soon.